If you hood educated, I'm glad you made it. Allow me to unfold my knowledge, wisdom, and understanding from a hood brother's point of view to all of you, here, there, and everywhere. Now check me out. December 2023, Chicago, Illinois. A person put in a phone call to the fire department complaining that there is a strange car behind their home in the alley on fire. Now, we got to understand something. When they make a call like this to the fire department, it's regular programming. Oh, the car on fire? We on our way. Fire department gets out there, put the fire out. Spray the whole car down, put the fire out. But we got to understand something. Once a fire is started, there must be an investigation. So now the fire department is thinking like, who put the car here? Why they set the car on fire? And why does it only appear that one portion of the vehicle was set ablaze? Not the whole car, but it's just like something is trained on the trunk of the vehicle. Doing their homework, they gotta pop the trunk open to see how did this is arson. How did this fire start? Upon popping the trunk, cold-blooded demonstration. It's a body in the trunk, burnt to smithereens. Not just anybody, not just a grown man or a grown woman. It's a 15-year-old child in the trunk, burnt.
Around 2 Friday morning, Chicago firefighters responded to an alley near 37th and Parnell where a vehicle was set on fire and a body was found in the trunk.
More details emerging tonight from this scene in Bridgeport as police found a body inside the trunk of a burning car around 2 a.m. Friday morning.
So now everything it done changed. This right here is a complete game changer. Now they got to call the homicide detectives. This person in the trunk is dead. Homicide detectives, they come in there, the coroner come in there, they get to doing their homework, and they report that this 15-year-old boy was not only burnt, but was shot to death before he was burnt. Cold-blooded demonstration. Not only that, they are reporting that this child, this 15-year-old boy, was shot in the chest area, in the neck area, and some reports are saying that he was even shot in the head. What? A 15-year-old? As soon as I seen this demonstration, as soon as I read this demonstration, I thought to myself, what could he have done to deserve that type of attention? What could he have done to deserve all that? Because to me, it's one thing to shoot and to kill somebody. But then to burn the body, that just tells me it's some hate going on. I'm talking about like this person right here did something so bad that they want to send a message out to whoever he's clicked up with or whoever he's kicking it with that, look, this is what we're going to do to y'all when we catch y'all. So now let's dig into the demonstration, because this right here is unusual. And let me explain to y'all why. Ops don't do this type of stuff. What you talking about, hood educated? He probably was a young boy. He was in a gang and stuff like that. They wanted to kill him because he probably killed somebody. And you might be right about that. However, ops do not do all of this. We got to understand. Let's look at the gravity of the whole situation. Can y'all imagine how this whole demonstration laid out? The people that killed him was close to him. The people that killed him knew him. The people that killed him was comfortable killing him, shooting him multiple times wherever they shot him at. They was not worried about somebody calling the police after hearing gunfire or nothing. Because we got to understand something. They had to shoot and kill him first. And like they said, he was shot multiple times. After he shot multiple times, they got to sit there and let him die. This is cold. And we got to understand something. This wasn't they was outside, shot him and all. No. This was inside, close quarters, right? This was not outside, because if it was outside, then people can hear the gunshots. Some people can look out the window and see where the gunfire is coming from. If it was outside, if they did it outside, people can look out the window and see them dragging the body in the house. No, wasn't none of that reported. All was reported was that this boy was shot. This boy was shot multiple times. That's what has been reported. So now we got to understand something. Here it is. They done shot the boy. He's lying there dying. They waited on him to die. Once he died, they put him in the car. Understand some, y'all. This car is a stolen car. So what that tells us, this is premeditated. This is planned. This is thought out. Because they got everything lined up. We're going to kill him. We got the stolen car. We're going to put him in the car. Then we're going to burn the car. Or not the car. We're going to burn him up inside the car in the trunk. So now, draw off this though. Here it is. These people felt comfortable enough to drag a dead body of a 15-year-old boy to the trunk of a car. Did y'all hear what I just said? Come on, who got these type of come on? These guys is comfortable. They in the area where they know we can do this and get away with this. They not worried about no cameras or nothing. We gonna grab this dead body that we just shot and killed, of this 15-year-old boy, and then we gonna put it in the trunk. Blood leaking everywhere. Not only that, the crime scene had to be cleaned up. Had to be. Because the police still hasn't found the crime scene. So they put this boy in the trunk. Can y'all imagine driving around with a shot up dead body in the trunk? Can y'all imagine that? These guys is this brave to drive around with a dead body in the trunk. Then take the body to a location where they felt comfortable enough to open up the trunk, look at the dead body, and then set the dead body on fire and close the trunk. Come on, man. This is a cold-blooded demonstration. But here it is, we got to think. What did this 15-year-old boy do to deserve that type of attention? What did he do? Because, look, this type of stuff don't just happen for nothing. Don't nobody just go grabbing 15-year-old boys, shooting them up, driving around in the car in the trunk, and then burning the body. This type of, that's why I say it's unusual. And that's why I say this is not the ops, because the ops ain't got time to be doing all that, y'all. All the ops want to do is run up, shoot you, and keep it moving. Ops ain't got time to be, okay, yeah, we're going to grab him, then we're going to put him in the trunk, and then we're going to burn his body and all that. No. Ops want to just get up on you, hey, here, take this right here, and we gone. We spinning. We out of here. You know what I'm saying? Now, in backdoor situations, this is when this type of stuff happens. This right here, to me, has backdoor written all over this. I'm talking about it has somebody that's close to him doing this to him versus an op. Because I don't see him being that he's 15 years old and that he is in the streets. I don't see him even letting no ops get that close to him to do all that to him. I can see him being comfortable and relaxed around people that he know. And then next thing you know, they betray him and up the pistols and just gun him down, kill him for whatever reason. But whatever that reason was, they felt that he deserved all that. Cold-blooded demonstration. So now, let's get into the boy, right? According to reports, right? This boy right here wasn't no slouch. And what I mean by that, look, at 15 years old, this boy right here was with that. I'm talking about, they said with this here, he wasn't no joke. I'm talking about chasing them down and all that and standing over people's. This is just the reports that I'm hearing about this boy at 15. Now, some of you might say, oh, hood educated, he's a 15-year-old child, the boy 5 years away from 10, he's a kid. And I understand that. But let me tell y'all something. In Chicago, Illinois, 15 is like 28. You got to understand what I'm talking about. These 15-year-olds in Chicago, Illinois is not the regular 15-year-olds, is what I'm trying to tell you. These 15-year-olds is well experienced, done seen a lot of death, done been around a lot of death, and probably done committed some themselves. Because this boy right here, his real name is Kidonnie Smith, but they used to call him Get 'em in the streets. Yeah. Baby do it, get 'em. And so we all know what that means right there when you say get 'em. And in these pictures, right? In these pictures, 15, I'm talking about, I had to black it out, but these is guns this boy got in his hand. At 15. There's video footage of him smoking weed like a professional, sipping lean like a professional, talking about killing. All that at 15. So we got to understand something. I feel where y'all coming from, but in Chicago, a 15-year-old is a full-grown man because he done been through so much stuff that a full-grown man has went through. And that's just how they see it, and that's how they get treated. That's how they get treated. Listen, in Chicago, they not finna look at a 15-year-old child like, man, he 15, man, let him slide with that. No, because that same guy that they said, man, he 15, just let him slide with that, will be the same one running up on them, blowing their brains out, shooting them 1,000 times with that damn switch. And so people in Chicago, they understand that. So 15-year-olds don't get no break because they 15. These boys in Chicago jumping off the porch at like 9 years old. And what I mean by jumping off the porch, I'm talking about 9-year-olds are in the streets in Chicago, knowing how to sell dope, knowing how to cock guns, pack guns, clean them, knowing how to shoot. At 9. At 9. So he 15. So that tell you. And like I say, the reports are out there that Baby Do It, Get 'em, he wasn't no slouch. He was for real with that thing. As they say down there, he was putting belt to ass down there. You see? And that's the only reason that I can believe that someone would want to do him like that. He done put some belt to ass. He done did something. Because you just don't do that. He done hurt somebody's feelings. He done hurt somebody's emotions. And they felt, we gotta get this. Because look, let me tell y'all something. When they young like that, and I'm not just saying him, but when they young like that, they reckless. And the young boys, they put in a lot of work. They do a lot of killing, shooting, robbing, because they just so reckless. And for people that's in the streets, they know that the young boys be the wildest. And so they be trying to eliminate them quick. Now, allow me to say this right here. Brothers, man, we got to get our sons. We got to get our sons, y'all. We got to. Sisters, Start letting these brothers get their sons. And if the father done ran off, let the uncles and them, somebody that is of good character, snatch this boy up and be a role model in the boy life. Because I'm telling y'all, these streets are influencing these kids, and these kids are making I'm talking about these decisions that's costing them their lives. And at some point, it gotta stop. At some point, fathers, come on, man, go get your boys. Go get your son, man. Uncles, go get your nephews. Your nephews out there acting a fool like that, man, go get them. Because if you don't, this the type of stuff that can happen to them. God forbid. But this the type of stuff that can happen to them. You don't want that. So I just want to encourage all the mothers, man, come on. Let somebody get in that boy life from a male perspective. And fathers, quit abandoning your child, man. Go get your sons, man. Because if you don't, this type of stuff can happen to them. You don't want that. Now, allow me to say this right here. Like I always say, dig into your kid's social media. When you see your son on there doing all this type of stuff right here with his fingers, and he got all his homies like doing all this old type of stuff, and they on there with guns, you know, they holding the guns from the clip and all this old type of stuff, and they got the guns and they doing this and they looking down like they standing over people, that means something. Your son is in the shit. That's what that means. Your son is out here putting in work. That's what that means. Your son is out here gang banging and in the gang. That's what that means. So when you go through his social media and you see that type of stuff, then you got to step in and you got to intervene. You got to. Because if you don't, this is the repercussions. The same thing that done happened to this boy, Kidonnie. Rest in peace to him, regardless of what he did. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace and condolences to his family. And for those of you who pray for his mother, pray for his father, pray for some strength. But at the same time, come on, man. We got to break this cycle. We got to. Because if we don't break the cycle, that is going to continue to happen. And like I always tell y'all, you don't have to go outside your house to break the cycle. You break the cycle first at home, in your house. The boy daddy ain't there, call uncle and them. Hey, look, check it out. I need y'all to come holler at him. He gang banging, he doing this, he doing that. Come on, y'all, come over here and talk to him. Sit him down. You know what I mean? Let him know that somebody love him and care for him. Show him what could possibly happen to him. Because at the end of the day, all these young boys that's out here ripping and running these streets, they don't want to die. Y'all know y'all don't want to die. You don't want to end up on somebody's t-shirt. You don't want to end up on the Facebook or the social media post about some, he was a demon, rest in peace and all that. You don't want none of that. You don't want to be a cardboard. Like this brother here. You don't want to be no cardboard. You want to be live in the flesh, living. You don't want to be none of that. So you young boys really got to think about it. Do you want to be on the cardboard like this brother here, where all his friends got is a cardboard to remember him by and their memories? You don't want to be that. So if you don't want to be that, I would advise all you youngsters to change your mind and to change your life. This is Hood Educated, not Lane Related. Peace and love, and y'all take care of yourself out there. If I said anything that caused you to think, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already. And if you're feeling generous, please make a small donation to the channel. Now, before I depart, allow me to give a shout out to some of the blessings that I received this week. Allow me to give a shout out to Tyrell Taylor for the $10 Cash App. Thank you. Tammy S. for the $5 Cash App. Thank you. Art Ponce for the $4 Cash App. Thank you. Barnice Cox for the $10 Cash App. Thank you. Richard Lee for the $25 Cash App. Thank you. Demetrius Ventures for the $15 Super Thanks. J. Ross, my kinfolks from Seattle, for the $99.99 super thanks. Appreciate all the love and support. This is Hood Educated, not Lane Related. Peace and love. And y'all take care of yourself out there.